Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be another family grocery haul and meal plan for a family of 5. So if you want to see what I bought this week and what our meal plan is going to be, then keep watching. So hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing okay. I'm not too bad. I've got to say, I feel like I'm back in the swing of things now with meal planning after all the prep that I've done. You know, like with decluttering and going through everything again, I feel like I have a complete hold over like what we have, and it's making a lot more sense to do it. So this shop is kind of just stocking up, sticking with things that I know we need, like filling in gaps of things that maybe we're missing that we could do with, that kind of thing. So yeah, I will walk you through it, and as per the CMA guidelines, obviously I've worked with Tesco in the past, but this is all bought with our own money, and I'm just going to get cracking and show you what we've bought, and then we will run through the meal plan at the end as always. So let's get crack-a-lacking. Okay, so this is everything that we picked up this week. I had to get a Wednesday slot because I'm still behind with Fora booking them, but it was either this or go and collect again. But I don't really have the time to be driving to collect every time, because there and back it takes me about like 40 minutes, if not a little bit more. So I was just going to take what I could get. But do you know what I'm going to do after this video? I'm going to log onto my computer, log into Tesco, and I'm going to book my slot for next week and maybe the week after that, so I don't get behind, because it's chaotic otherwise. So starting with the fruit and veg, we have, like, we do still have bits left in, given that it's Wednesday, not, you know, like Thursday or Friday when I'll normally get it. So there's not tons, but I'm just going to work my way through it. And obviously there's always the option to go and pick up things that we need throughout the week as well. Although, like, it still gets me that, you know, a couple of years ago we could only go to the shops like once, and I feel like it's still such a amazing feeling to be like, oh, we need something, I can go and get it. Because I remember used to being like so nervous about going to the shop. It just popped into my head this morning. I don't know why. It's like January, the run up to, you know, the anniversary of when it all began for us, but I was just thinking about it before. Anyway, rice piper potatoes, red onions, 2 cucumbers, a bag of peppers, tomatoes, parsley, garlic, broccoli, baby cucumbers, and avocado. And that's all the veg. And then fruit wise, we've got the apple and a watermelon, easy peelers. Honestly, I am obsessed with these at the moment. I had to go out and buy another bag yesterday because I've been eating like 3 a day. They're just so sweet, and you know when you just get a real like taste for something. I have like food obsessions. I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but I'll like have a thing that I'm just really into, and I will eat it constantly for like weeks or even months, and then I'll probably get bored of it and move on to something else. And that's just the way that I work with food. Like one of my other obsessions at the moment is like my faux creamy truffle pasta with mushrooms. It's just epic, and like whenever I can't think of something to eat, I always choose that. So yeah, that's a long way of saying that we got some easy peelers. Bananas, 2 packs of strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, and pomegranate seeds. I think these two were they were definitely on offer. I think strawberries might have been as well, but these are just the basic Roasting Farm ones. Got some chickpeas, no tin tomatoes, no, and some tomato and ricotta pesto. I don't always get the Filippo Barrio one because it's a lovely brand, but obviously you can get cheaper, but it was on offer and it sounded rather delectable. So I got that to pair with some fresh pasta as an emergency meal, which I will show you in a second. I got some beef ramen and sesame ramen. These are just a staple for us during the week. I'll cook a packet between me and Mark. I'll add veg to it. Maybe I'll like fry an egg or something like that. Add some protein, whatever we've got in basically. And they're just so satisfying. It's like a warm, cozy dish, but it's a really quick one to make because they only take a few minutes, and you can pack loads of veg and stuff into it, so I really like that. I got pasta and sauce. It was on offer for like 70p, and this is so handy. You can probably tell that I'm like stocking up on a few bits that I think will be good as the weeks progress, because as you'll have seen from like previous videos, we had a load of Christmas food in, and then there are just gaps where I feel like I'm not very well prepared for, you know, being a mum of 3 kids who've got friends and we've got busy lives and stuff. So this is like a backup thing that I like to have in, ironically, along with tin tomatoes and beans. Chicken gravy, because we'd run out. I love Bisto Best. I have no issue with making my own, but on weekends at the moment, on a Sunday in particular, we have a lot of birthday parties. And by the time I've got back and I've got to feed everybody, I don't want to make a gravy from scratch, in all honesty. I want something that's quick to put on the table. So I love having this in, and I always have to get Bisto Best because it is the best. I've got some mixed herbs because after going through everything last week, I realised that we were out of this. Clear honey, because we're running low, it's nearly gone. Chorizo was on offer. I got a tuna and sweet corn sandwich filler because Bill loves that, and I thought I would do that for like packed lunches. Sausages again. Mark added smoked salmon. I got some German style salami slices. Cocktail sausages were also on offer. Got some lamb shoulder, mild cheddar and mature cheddar. These are on offer for like 2 for £3 or something like that. And sometimes I'll get the grated mozzarella mix, or sometimes I'll get these, purely because I can use a cheese grater or sliced cheese, but when I'm in a rush sometimes, these are just so handy for packed lunches. And I don't know, they're just easy. What can I say? I like a shortcut when I can take it. Cauliflower cheese, again, just a shortcut because this weekend, as I mentioned before, we've got a birthday party. Spinach ricotta tortellini doesn't go off until the 11th of February, so that's why I like to have this and the pesto in, because it's a backup meal. And I really suggest getting stuff like this in just for rainy days, bad days, stressful days where things go tits up. Like, cover your back if you can, because it's a game changer. Halloumi double cream, I don't know if I said them. Flatbreads, Scotch pancakes, Warburtons, crumpets. I love a crumpet. Tasty bagels, shreddies, they're Mark's cereal of choice at the moment, if you were wondering. Over here, frozen bits. So these Chicago Town pizzas are on offer, and when I see an offer and I think it's useful and worth it, I will buy again to have in as emergency meals, because stuff like this is great when you have a play date. You know, like if someone goes, oh mum, I can such better come back after school, and you're like walking home together, and then the mums look at each other and go like, do that face like, oh, shall we? I like to have stuff like this in. I got some more Itsu. I always have these in. I had some for lunch the other day, and they are delicious. The Korean barbecue beef gyozas are chef's kiss, really nice. Got some more garlic bread because we used the ones that we had in up. That was poor grammar, but you know what I mean. Petit pois, because we've had this a lot with as like a veg with a lot of meals recently, and so we're running through them quite quickly. These are new. So we get the prep chocolate filled croissants quite a lot. My children will, like, Mark and I don't get a look in on these, which is a real shame. But what is quite nice is that they divide quite nicely, so you can take 3 out one day, 3 out another day, works out quite nicely. But almond croissants are my personal favourite, and these look like they are going to be so good. And there's 4 of them, which means 2 each for me and Mark, and I'm going to keep these in the freezer as a treat, maybe like a Saturday morning breakfast with a cup of coffee and some fruit. How amazing does that sound? And the prep ones are arguably like some of the best you can get in terms of frozen stuff. Pepperamis were on offer, tubes were only £1, squashums were on offer, Go-Go Squeeze was still on offer. I did buy 2 of that one and I can't find it, so I don't even know if I need to like email Tesco, but I always get these and stock up while they're cheaper because it just makes financial sense. Ridge Crisp Discos, and then over here are just random bits. So we have my favourite milk for my coffees at the moment, forest fruits juice, not seen that before, and it looked quite nice, thought the kids would enjoy it. Orange juice with bits and apple juice, and then it's a funny one actually, right? So I get these generally because they're better quality, and I bought the equivalent of apple juice, but it's cloudy, and the boys were like, can you just get the other one that you used to get, the clear one? Which is cheaper and probably more sugary, but it made me feel like I just thought it was funny because like normally when you pay a little bit more for like a a different one, it's normally a bit nicer, but yeah, they like the basic one. Blueberry muffins. I like doing this at the moment with like baked goods, things like that. I need to wash this because somebody squashed one on it. But it's nice to have them in there. It kind of makes me feel like, you know, like a domestic goddess, which I'm clearly not. And I have things in there, and I think when we do like baking, like we make cookies or cupcakes sometimes, like might do some at the weekend stuff, it's nice to put them on display and the kids like feel proud of them, and they are loving having muffins as like a treat, you know, like at the weekend, like after dinner or something like that. So that's what we've got those for, and they last so well in there and stay super fresh. Orange, lemon and pineapple juice. We ran out of dishwasher tablets, and Mark remembered to put them on. He's proper particular about which ones we get, and he always gets these ones, if you know, were wondering. Got some cat food because this was actually on offer, and it's the poultry selection in jelly. I should actually buy this in bulk, and I need to get onto that really, because the dog food and the cat, like the dry food that we get for the cats, we get on like subscription, as it's cheaper, you know, like from Pets at Home and stuff. But maybe I should do that. I'm thinking, this is just my thoughts that I'm spewing at you. Mark added 2 golden honeycomb shower gels. He really likes these. I've noticed him a few times add this treacle moon. It's because I normally buy it, and he obviously rates them because he's added 2 this time, and because we've added some new bathroom storage in, he said they get like a couple of extras just because we run out quite quickly, and it's really frustrating then because you're in this shower and you're like, oh great, there's nothing to wash myself with. So we always end up like nicking the kids' stuff, but you don't really want to smell like kids' body wash, do you? So we got those. They sound really nice actually, and the packaging's super cute. I'm taking, it's probably like a bit of a honey scent. And then finally, Dash. I picked this up because it was on offer in Aldi at the moment in special buys, and it's on offer in Waitrose, and it looked really appealing. So it's infused sparkling water, but they use like wonky fruit. A bit more ethical. They like, you know, reduces food waste. If you don't like things too sweet like I don't, you'll love these because it's basically fizzy water but with the taste of something but not the sweetness. If you like super sweet stuff, it's not like cordial and fizzy water. It's not like that. It's more, it definitely is that infused vibe, but they are so nice. And I've been having one in an evening, you know, like over Christmas where you drink too much, like alcohol, not like water, and you just eat rubbish, and you just feel like you get stuck in that cycle of like, oh, when it's Christmas I'll just have a glass of Prosecco, and oh, when it's Christmas. And I've been getting out of that obviously since New Year's Day, and I've drank so much less since like the festive period. I feel so much better in myself. Like, don't get me wrong, don't regret any of that for a second because it was great fun, but this is kind of one of these things that I've been reaching for because it doesn't taste like fizzy pop. It feels like more like crisp and grown up in a way. And obviously like they're plugging the fact that there's no calories and stuff, but I'm really, really enjoying it. And I might even look into seeing if I can like order more in bulk and see if it works out cheaper, because it's honestly become one of my favourite things. And it made me wonder, I don't know if any of you from the USA watch me, but is this what LaCroix is like? Or is LaCroix like fizzy flavoured sweet drinks, or is it like infused? I always wondered what that tasted like. So if you know, will you tell me? Because I've always wanted to try one, and I probably never will, but maybe I'd like to go back to America one day, so I would definitely add that to my try list. But yeah, really, really recommend them if you've got a similar taste to me. It's giving vibes like, you know, like water drop and stuff, that kind of taste rather than being super sweet. In fact, this is probably even milder, but just love it. And yeah, that is everything. So I'm gonna put all this away and then run through the meal plan. So on to the meal plan. Would you believe I put everything away, cracked on with my day and completely forgot about this? So the lighting's changed, I'm sorry. But it's gonna run from Friday to Thursday, because we obviously still have like the remaining meals from last week's meal plan to finish off. But Friday, we didn't use the pizza dough last weekend as intended because we actually had an unexpected play date. When I went out with my friends on Friday, I was like, should we get the girls together tomorrow? I'll have them. We were like, yeah. So the girls came around instead, and I did like a big picky thing, but I didn't use like the pizza dough because I forgot to defrost it for starters, and I just felt like it'd be too hectic amongst like having that many kids in the house. So I'm going to save that for Friday now instead. That's the beauty of it being frozen, because it just lasts. Saturday, Bill's at his dad's, Daisy's at her first sleepover, so that's quite exciting for you. So it'll be just me and Stan, because Mark's at football for most of the day. So I'm going to ask Stan what he fancies as like a bit of a treat and some one-on-one time, because it's very, very rare that I get one-on-one time with 3 kids, because there's just too many of us to make that happen half the time. So then for us, we will probably get a takeaway, I imagine, just because it will be a long day for me, and once I've sorted Stan out, I'd rather just put my feet up and relax. Sunday we're going to do Sunday we're going to do sausage mash and gravy with peas and the rest of the red onion chutney on the side that I've got left, and then I've got some rice pudding in for dessert. Monday I'm going to use that chicken curry sauce with some chicken that's out the freezer, and I've got some prawn crackers in as well. Tuesday I'm going to do a lamb tagine with couscous. Wednesday I'm going to do my creamy treat, so pasta that I've shared multiple times on here, but I'll try and remember to link it down below as well. And then Thursday, last week for Friday's meal plan, Stan came home and he was like, yay, it's the weekend, can we have party food? And I think in his head he got that idea from like, you know, having like party food and picky bits over Christmas. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you know, all those little bits. And I was like, okay then. Because especially on a Friday, I can't argue with that. So I just got bits out of the freezer and used up things that we had in, with some like leftover Christmas chocolates and nibbles and stuff, and they really enjoyed that actually. But as a result, I've still got the IKEA meatballs to use up. Again, they're in the freezer, so that's great. So I'm going to use those this week instead. But that is everything. So hopefully you found that really useful. I hope you've had a fab day, whatever you're up to today or whatever you've been up to today, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye.